Welcome to the Locker, Season 2, Episode 63. I am your man, A. White, along with my man, Van House. 6-0, bro.
No, it's not 6-0. It's JJ Weaver in O. That's what we are.
That's true. Ain't no wrong with that, man. Shoot. And your boys came up here. I don't know if hate was in your heart or not. Your boys came up here and were you impressed? I guess what I need to find out. Were you impressed with the victory? Is that what you thought we were gonna do? You think LSU are flodges? That's a down south word. Flodge. They flodge.
Flodge, yes.
Blue Gate.
I didn't think we would put 42 points on them, but I thought we was gonna beat them by more than 10. You are more of a high echelon offensive knowledge than I am. Tell me this. New scheme. You were in a new scheme with Coach Mummy, right?
Yes, indeed.
I'm sure y'all had some hiccups to start. But when it happened, did it just happen one game? Or was it like a slow leak in y'all, like slow progression?
With all due respect, my brother, and I know this is a podcast. I don't want to tear the podcast up. we ain't have no hiccups. That first time we unleashed the air raid against Louisville, our first game was Louisville.
No. Scratch I'm talking about, because this is what I'm saying. Because the first game we had was ULM, with no one knowing what it's going to be. It's kind of a shock to everybody. I'm talking about in practice, like the whole, from the installation. Did y'all have some miscommunication, guys not being where they're supposed to be, or you telling me from day one it was rocking and rolling?
Yeah, because we didn't have a playbook, so you don't really mess up. That's the one thing people. No, we don't play. No, so put like this, Van. If we playing backyard football, we say this you, this me, and so when we broke the huddle, there was no way because set means I was on one. So it would. I understand what you're saying. No, we didn't have those issues because the beginning wasn't learning the playbook. No, the beginning was learning this set means this. This set means this. This set means this. After that, it's just a number system. So if we call 618, if we call 95, then you line up there and you know what your routes are depending on where you lined up at.
Yeah, no, you're right. Because remember, I came back to the game and damn, Coach Mummy had a little piece of shit as the playbook. So I would say this: I was in high school. My senior year, we introduced a new offense, totally new offense, like deviation from what we were doing. And it didn't click for us until the freaking playoffs. That's like 9 or 10 games later. I'll never forget, we ran a play against Peyton Manning in the Dome. I did the exact same thing. Went off schedule, went backside, tight ends wide open. Didn't see him because I'm not looking, because I didn't know who was going to be over there, right? First playoff, second playoff game, did the exact same thing. And boom, hit it because I knew where everybody was supposed to be. And it just clicked for us. It took a long time, but when it clicked, it was like a light on, light off. I was just wondering, because I think this is what this offense has gotten to. I think it's light on, light off. I think they finally got it. Everybody.
I don't know if we finally got it, but I do like the fact that Will kind of felt like positive plays. And, that's been my stance all along. Positive play. Like one difference between you and I know we were on Twitter going back and forth. You like perfection. Like a person's supposed to do this. That's why I have a problem with you. You act like if this is the play, if they don't do this, then it's wrong. No, because you cannot be mad at your safety, your corner, your linebacker. If you one-on-one with A. White and you get beat, you can't be. Your coach can be mad. I wouldn't be mad at him, and that's how I coach. Like, if a guy gets beat, I'm mad at everybody else for not rallying. We playing against Sean Alexander. We playing against Fred Taylor. Like, if one person gets beat, I'm mad at the other 10 players. Like, where the hell was you? Because you knew that he ain't have the odds was against him or him bringing them down. So that's kind of where I'm at on some of that. But I think now we're at the point where I think Will realizes that we need to turn every play into a positive play. Like, let me make the best decision. Let me not wait for the long ball. If nothing's there, let me throw the ball away, which I haven't seen him do yet. But if it's not there, let me pick up 3 yards. And let me see 2nd and 7, not 2nd and 10, 2nd and 12.
I'm dude, you preaching. Because that's what he has. And this is when I say clicking, I don't mean it's perfect. I'm saying it's clicking in their head where they're starting to get it. I think Wan'Dale got it from jump. But I want to show you some plays later where the running backs are getting it. C-Rod did some cuts that he ain't never done, like ever. He has never cut backside ever. Yeah. I don't know if that's John Settle finally getting to him, that stop trying to pound your head on your own player's back. And if their back is there, maybe you need to cut to the open spot, or he's getting more comfortable and being slower to the hole, faster out of the hole. I don't know. But he did. We just saw a film, was it last week or the week before, where he had a cut and he bounced into the back of the offensive lineman? Was that last week? Was that 2 weeks ago?
No, it wasn't last week. I think it was 2 weeks.
It was South Carolina?
It may have been South Carolina.
It was South Carolina. He ran into the back of his offensive lineman. He didn't do that this week. And he had chances too, but he was, I don't know, can you tell me this? Can your vision get better? Because it can't be reps, because he had reps, not like he's a freshman. Is it a rep? Is it like, what is it?
No, see, I got 2 things on my mind. I'm trying to get a subject out of the way, but I ain't want to get too far on the show before I got the subject out of the way. But no, you're absolutely right. And one thing you and I both know on the locker is coaching. If it's settled, I'm not going to say it settles, because I know if the offensive coordinators know, the only person on that offensive side who knows what the offensive line is working on, the running backs and the receivers is the offensive coordinator. Your position coach knows. Now they got a meeting, but they don't know what's in Liam Cohen's head.
Right.
So when you say the settle team, man, settles may have. But my offensive coordinators tell me, hey, we blocking this like this. This guy likes to crash in hard. So, keep your eye over there. You probably gonna be back here. So I think it was something more of him getting instruction either from the coordinator. Settle may have. But I think it's getting some instruction from the coordinator, because he designed the play for a purpose. Right. Which I'm not saying the last coordinator wasn't doing that, but the position that wasn't prospering, I think that position coach wasn't doing that little extra.
Well,
but hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
Before we go any further, we 10 minutes in. I want to say this.
Okay.
And I just want to get out of the way because it's a negative topic. The Howell trial, the kid 2 years ago got hit after we were having a good season. The kid, the drunk driver hit the kid and killed the kid out in front of the Commonwealth Stadium, out in front of the stadium. And the trial just ended. He was found not guilty. I'm not going into that because they think. There was a question whether the kid was off of the sidewalk and the driver drove off of the road and hit him. But my point was this: that was a good season we were having, and that kind of drained. I just want to say, be responsible. I know we're having a great season, and that family forever is going to remember, no matter how good Stoops does or how good the team does, that they lost their child that day in the middle of a great season. So we having a great season. Please, man, be responsible and don't go down on campus area. Call an Uber, have a designated driver, walk home, do whatever you got to do. It's a great season. I just thought about when that happened, when I was on air on Sunday morning Sports Talk, and I was like, man, we had a great game, and then you got to, somebody, has to bury their kid the next week. So Be responsible. That's what I want to say. We're having a great season. Don't do anything stupid to derail our wins, because while everybody else is cheering, if somebody has to mourn, we don't want that. So be respectful and do what they got to do.
Yeah.
That's correct. Well, I don't want to cut from it like that, but I didn't want to bring that negativity. But it's been going on here locally. The trial's been going on here locally, and it just ended a little while ago. Yeah. And that's the first thing I could think about. Like, man, that's rough. You know, we build a platform because people are hitting me up off air, wanting to come on as guests, wanting to sponsor or whatever. So, you know, we building up some steam, whether you know it or not. I don't know if you get these calls, but I do.
You know, HR, we already talking about. I've been keeping that on the wraps. I ain't say nothing, but you brought it up. You know, HR ain't been dealing with me for a long time, so you know I don't hear none of that stuff. But whatever, man.
But you have more social media presence than I do.
Yeah, because I'm a lazy SOB and I'm at home in front of my laptop all day. And I can
because you want football all day every day. You wake up football.
Okay,
you get your cup of coffee football, breakfast football, workout football. You just every time I turn on my Twitter, you got 15, 30 comments, and I ain't mad at you. The people love it. The people love it, Van. Bring more Van. Hey, if they can have more Van House, they have more Van House. If we had a phone line, hey, they would be calling in.
Ain't nobody calling in. The people scared. When we had to call in, when we were doing on live, come on, they were not calling in. We did have bomb man call in though.
Oh man, I was telling somebody about that the other day. They were like, "Man, is your show live?" I said, "Yeah, it's live because we live." Yeah, hold on real quick, man. Hey, whoa, partner, how you even get in here? But yeah.
Hey, whoa. Let me say something real quick. It is nothing. I've been reading all day about 2 unbeaten teams in the SEC. Who would have thought it would be on October 16th? Everybody thought it was going to be on October 30th. Know what happens on October 30th? The world's largest cocktail bar party against Georgia and Florida. I bet you everybody like, oh, that's going to be the 2 unbeaten teams in the SEC. Since Bully's not playing.
Bully McCall, right? Bully McCall on you.
No. This week, 2 weeks early, we about to look, before we get on, I'm going to say this. I'm feeling very good about this game. And I don't know if it was because people were I don't want to say they overhyping. They was hyping Georgia up so much that when I turned on the film, I was expecting the Monstars from like them kind of players. I was expecting that. And I'm not sure they are quite what people are. They are very good, but man, people was talking about, oh, they're this. I'm like, they are good, but they are not. You're gonna get some yards on them MFers a lot if you execute. That's all.
I'm with you. I watched some film yesterday with a former player who has rights to a lot of film end zone copies. I don't know if you get end zone views. Dude, opportunity. I told you against Florida there was opportunities. Against LSU, opportunities were copious. Against LSU, I knew opportunities, but I expected to turn on the film and be like,
right.
Man. Against Georgia, there's opportunity. I don't want to be the first one to say, oh man, this is the best. This is not the best defense Georgia's had. And I'm gonna say that because I played against the best defense Georgia's had.
Yes,
probably. That one with Kendrell Bell, Boss Bailey, Charles Grant. Man, dude, what do we have? 30 or 40 yards offense, and we was averaging like 350.
All right, you got to preface people. Hold on. You got to preface people How many points were y'all putting up prior to that game? Because people don't get it. Y'all putting up, dude, and not just against, we're just not talking about directional schools. Y'all putting up 40 points on traditional powers in the conference. And when y'all went to Georgia, it was a different story.
Man, I think Dusty got sacked 9 times or 10 times or something.
And Kirby Smart they were starting.
No. Kirby Smart wasn't there then. Kirby Smart came out the year before I did. No, Kirby Smart wasn't there.
Kirby Smart
Huh?
intercepted Tim Couch twice.
No, that's not. No, I'm talking about the 99 game when Dusty Bonner was the quarterback.
Okay.
No, those teams were good with Champ and Stroud and all them. That was good. Dude, that still wasn't better than that 99. Go look at the roster on that 99 team.
Okay.
Oh, dude, man, we had a total of 40 yards offense.
No, you didn't.
Dusty Bonner got sacked 9 or 10 times. I couldn't get out on routes. Oh, man. So he got, Kendrell Bell just running through my wig. My point is, this team is good, but I see some holes in them. That team we played against, once we got out on the field, that's one of the first times I was like, well, no, that's my senior year. So I was like, man, let's just get this thing out of here. Let's stop throwing the ball, run the clock. Let's get this out of here. They were sacking Dusty every play. If he dropped back, they were sacking.
Wow.
So there's opportunities. There are opportunities. Let me ask you this. I don't know if students and Liam and them watching this. Big Boy 99.
Did you say, hold on, did you say you don't know Liam Waters? Did you know damn well he's not?
Hold on. I say that, Ben. I say that because a lot of things I say on air happens.
Okay. Yeah, okay. All right.
And so, not saying that somebody could take it back to him. We do know one of the coaches on the coaching staff watches it. hey, coach! I don't know if you thought about it or not, but I was talking to some my dudes. Was saying, I say we run 99. That he can do this, he can do that, he can do that. He can the big nose guard can do everything. You know one thing I love about him. He goes sideline to sideline.
Yep. He does.
Man, you know one thing I love about him? He goes sideline to sideline. You know what I make his ass do? I make him run gassers the whole first and second quarter.
Right.
Stretch play, toss play, screen. Because he gonna get out. He running out there to make the play every time. He doing it. But you got to show me do that. We got to be patient up here. We got to be patient on the field.
Yep. I'm gonna say this. I don't know if he's faced a center that's 6'6" and 300 plus like Luke Faulkner is either though. Like I don't know. If he faced the guy. I don't know if he faced the guy who was that. And I'm not saying Luke is as big as he is, but it's about this thing right here. Because what he does, he can get separation from the guy who's blocking him. But Luke's arms are just as long as he is. And it's a different story when y'all both right here and you can't push him off because he's still locked on you. Look, man, I'm going to say this. Them linebackers are dogs. No doubt about it. Them linebackers
get there.
are horses. And they fill holes, they run. But one thing I've seen that they're not too good at, though, is covering tight ends and covering running backs. I've seen. Now, I haven't watched every game because I'm like, why am I going to watch this game when they skull drug? I'm like, that's not worth me watching. But one game I watched more than once, this Auburn game. And Auburn had chances. They had drop after drop after drop. They had a drop touchdown. They had drop first downs to extend drives. They had some things like, dude, y'all could have. The game was 17-3 at half. It could have easily been 14-7. So how does that change the way the game is completed? I think it makes a difference. I'm not saying we go in there and we beat the brakes off of them or we even win. But what I'm saying is they are not where everybody's leading on that they are. That defense has faced some bad offenses, and we're turning the corner now.
What's our center's name?
Luke Fortner.
Luke, I am your father. Who has Luke gone against every day through the preseason or leading up to the season?
Bully.
How many players in America are better than Bully?
Not that many. Hold on.
So
it ain't that many who has as big and long as he is either. He's 340, 6'5", 6'4" too. I mean,
yeah, no. So that's what Georgia ain't seen what we seen. And I'm gonna say this again. I'm gonna say this again for the like my mama and my grandmama say umpteenth time. We kind of know what Georgia's gonna do. They receiving core don't scare me.
No,
the guys are athletic, but
because they
if I'm Kirby Smart, what is Kirby Smart working on? What you working on? The read option RPO? You working on stop and see ride? You working on and I love that play action on that zone stretch, and you run way out there with your arm out, then you pull that bad boy and wheel around, and here go. Oh Lord, here go Wan'Dale Robinson running through your backfield, running through your backyard. Man, there's so much you got to work on. And I'm like you said, one thing I do give you credit for. I think they did pull out new wrinkles, and they are, scratching the surface on some new things. But man, I just think that we still have so much more that we can do. Look, it ain't no need to save it after this week. So I'm looking for the kitchen. Hey, the kitchen. Hey, that's the kitchen sink.
Hold on. This is what I'm just thinking about it as you were talking. This is why we don't need to save anything. I'm gonna say one thing. I love that motion to that closed set backside, and we pull either it's probably was more Cummings, pull it back to the close side of formation and run either, I don't know what, bounce out wide zone, whatever you want to call it. That is spectacular because the defense cannot forget the guy who's in motion is Wan'Dale. You can't forget about him. So he's going to draw some attention over there. The thing that I like about this week is we got a bye week next week. So we can pull out. I don't know how college offenses are installed like in stages, but this to me is Act 1. You pull all this crap you got from Act 1 out because you got 2 weeks to start on Act 2. So whatever, all the stuff that you showing and you just held back for this game, you throw the kitchen sink because you still got another piece of the playbook that you ain't even shown yet off of Act 1. People don't get it, man, because, dude, I saw some stuff. I haven't seen anything like this since Eddie Graham when they brought Lynn Bowden as a quarterback and how he kept evolving and kept pushing the playbook further and further. Yeah. This is the same thing that's going on, man. I see routes now. I see options out of what they're doing. I know they holding back. It's like that fake toss sweep, the pop pass to Rig. They've been sitting on that for 2 weeks. Yeah. So, because you got a week, you got a week to prepare for just yourself. You ain't got to worry about your next opponent. You just getting yourself right after this week.
Tell me this. This is what everybody keep asking me. I want to see what your answer is. What's your thoughts on? I ain't gonna worry about the offense side of the ball.
Okay.
That we got a youngster like Ox being out. Bully already out. Is that something to worry about? You think everybody want to ask me, do we got enough depth? Is that gonna hurt us? Does that concern
you? Look, man. If this was someone else's team, yeah, I probably would be a little concerned. But here's the thing, man. We both know Stu. Stu ain't gonna let this shit happen easy. All right. Second of all, we got Pascal. So we got a stud at that position. And I think you can move him around. Now, this is the thing. Pascal got to drink water. Pascal should have been drinking water on Sunday when Ox went down. When he knew Ox was coming back, you need to start lubing up your system because you ain't coming out. So now, for me, Pascal's been the field side defensive tackle. You can rotate him because the thing about it is Trayvon Ripka can play field. So I don't want him moving to boundary because he ain't used to it. He's too young. Keep him at field, move Pascal to boundary. Then when you want to put Rodgers and Josiah in, then you switch them back to field and put Rodgers in the boundary and put Josiah on the nose. I think you can rotate them, and then you got a spot duty. Abule and Gibson and Saunders, you got a spot duty them a couple plays here and there. But I'm not. The other thing you can do is you can stunt, you can move them, you can slant them, so they're not getting a double team or they're not trying to beat one guy one-on-one. You slant them into a gap and hopefully they can penetrate. I think there's ways to what's the word I'm looking, mask those deficiencies or that little fall off in talent. But I'm gonna tell you one thing: Pascal is ready. We already know that he's gonna play 80 plays if he has to, and I have confidence in Josiah and Rodgers, in Ripka. So that's 4 right there in 3 spots. All you gotta do is rotate them.
Yeah, well, I say I'm not really concerned about it. I'm like you. I got faith in Stu, and there's so many things, man. We got a defense that you could do something. Somebody asked me, there was like, man, how they running so many DBs, and I said, dude, man, like our nickel ain't a regular nickel. Like you can use Weaver in certain places. You can't use certain people. You can use all of our safeties in the box. Oh, well, I mean, some of our strongs, you can use them in the box, out of the box. So there's so many things we can do. That's why I don't know if you walk them guys up or spread out your tackles a little bit and let them inside backers play a little bit of that game because they ain't gonna try to run it. We just gotta. I think we just gotta weather the storm on that because I honestly think that we play the run. Man, I put 8 in the box. Like, man, your receiver's gonna show me something today. Today, they gonna show me something. So that's why I think that we can, like you said, I think we can mask, duct tape it up a little bit where we can. I don't want to just turn to a beat down session because I know how you do. Somebody at work asked me, and they out here commenting right now. Somebody at work asked me about Abule Fitzgerald. Like, he's the senior. Like, why if a youngster go down, why we can't just now I understand, but I mean in a game like this, is there anything deep down the side that he can pull out? And is there something he can pull out? Oh, it ain't gonna work.
Look, man. This is I'm trying to get myself right for this one. Now, Anthony, we talked about this a long time ago. I think it was about Alabama, about how that guy from Alabama was going to transfer or something. How I said, when you got a freshman coming here, they're going to tell you that's not good for you. Abule's been here for 5 years, right? This is 5th year, right?
I ain't.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, this is 5th year, and I'm gonna say this. I know Coach Stu watching, and I know as a coach, you got to get the guy who kind of stayed with you through the long haul. Coach Stoops and Coach White, give him a chance, and not just one chance. You got to give him an extended chance, right? Let him start maybe one game. But we all knew from day one that Ox was a better option. We both knew that, right? So now here's the problem. Is how do you let a young guy come in a system that you've been running since you've been there? It'll be something if they switch coaches and the defensive scheme change and now y'all on the same level as far as learning the new scheme. You've been in the same scheme since you've been here. I'm not letting a guy 2-3 years younger than me take my spot.
Oh
Just ain't
no.
happen. Just ain't happen. I'm sorry, bro. I don't care how good you are. I'm mentally better than you. You can be faster, you can be stronger, you can be longer, but one thing you ain't got is the experience, the reps. So how are you gonna let? So no, it ain't in him. He's a great kid, but from all I know, he's a great kid. But a lot of great kids that just don't make it on game day. And
Sometimes you don't have that choice. You played with a young fella named Mo Williams. You saying I've been here, ain't no youngster. Sometimes you don't get to say. Sometimes you don't get to say.
A good point.
That this
Touché.
guy ain't going.
Touche.
Uh-oh. Hey, you want to take this one? They say what's up. They say what's up with it.
He said don't really hear anything about him. Look, here's the thing. If you don't hear nothing about him,
and don't beat up on no child abuse on it. Don't beat up on the kids, man. But keep it real. Yeah.
If you don't hear about him, if he ain't coming out of coach's mouth at least a little bit, hold on. And this is the part that gives me. Now I don't follow players because this like is conflict of interest. But if you don't hear his teammates talk about him, if they ain't somebody, remember when all these kids transfer, like, oh man, such and such, man. But then you heard like some players when they went to transfer portal, it was you can't hear nothing about him. So here's the thing: if you ain't hearing nothing from the players, like, oh man, Gibson's balling, like, whoa, man, just wait until they give Gibson a chance. When you got coaches talking about you, and you got your players talking about you, it's not a good look. It's just not a good look. We talk about scout team players. Remember, look, we talk about Anwar. Remember when Anwar was on suspension, whatever? How y'all was talking about how Anwar was killing y'all, right?
Yeah, Anwar's tearing their asses up, man.
So you heard Anwar's name, right? So it's Gibson now on the top two. He should be on scout team. Someone should be saying, man, Gibson is he's showing his ass in scout team. We can't block him in scout team. Because how it's gonna if you ain't on the front two and you ain't seeing the field, the way you see the field is ball out on scout team.
I tell you what, man, y'all UK fans, man, give Stoops a lot of credit. Stoops brings in some great players. He brings in some great coaches. All these players come in and people ask me all the time, what about this guy? Man, I can't tell you what I know, but I can tell you what you should know. I can't tell you what I know because all my all my information ain't privy to the public.
Right.
But Van is spot on. If you ain't hearing about him, you ain't hearing about him for a reason. You know what I'm saying? If you went out with a girl once and she don't call you back, you think her phone broke, or she lost her phone, or her phone got disconnected. Now you can live with that for a while, but eventually 2 or 3 months down the road, you're gonna be like, man, I don't think she's calling. You could change services and keep the same number. So maybe you don't think your reception good. But some of them guys come here, man, it don't pay it out, man.
Look,
don't pay it out.
Look, this is the thing about it though, and this is what I want. I want even young kids to understand this. Sometimes it's not in your cards. Yeah, sometimes it's not in your cards. Sometimes it's not. Dude, I had a conversation with a guy in track this summer about him and his daughter and him going to school and not getting fresh. I'm like, man, look, maybe your destiny was to be the great father that you are to your daughter right now. Maybe that was what was in your path. Here's the thing. When you get to college, make the most out of it. Because there's nothing like Anthony and I both left school with no debt. That right there is a win. So I know, and everybody should have the aspirations of going to the league and all that stuff. Trust me, you ain't gonna put yourself through what we put ourselves through for 4 or 5 years to not think about the next level. But the thing about it, the end of the game is you got your college paid for. Know that. I don't think y'all understand how much that pushed you in advantage. Know that. And I think Gibson is on that road of being the know that player. There ain't nothing wrong with that. That's how it is. The way we playing now, the way we recruiting and bringing another guy on top of you, if you ain't that dude, you about to get stepped on. Because these freshmen are coming in. The freshmen we're recruiting are difference makers. We're not recruiting guys who are going to be, we can project them to be better in 3. Just give them time. Give him his junior year. He's going to be, no. Some of these players we recruiting, they're ready now. So
we trying to replace you. We trying to replace you. And Stu tell him that. Stu tell him. Like, you ain't doing X, Y, and Z and you ain't performing, we going to replace you. He said you can stand over here on the sideline with me. Hey, but
it's a cold world,
your boy Johnson doubled back on this question. It's a hell of a question. Good question. When he was asking about Gibson, do we just need bodies for a couple players to give guys rest? Like I said, we down a couple men.
But Anthony, hold on. But Gibson ain't in your top 6. You got Pascal. Hold on. I'm just being real. This is what we do. We've been honest.
Gibson tackle, right?
Yes, but them guys we ain't got a bully. We ain't got another bully. Josiah's probably the closest one to him. But Bully's like 340, dude. He lost weight. He got down to 340.
Right. He down to 340.
So, all right. So you got Pascal. Then you got Josiah. You got Rogers. You got Ripka. That's 4. You got Saunders.
Yeah.
And then he might be top 6 then. Who's the next one? And Gibson. Okay. No, Abule. Abule 6.
Oh, let me do this, man. While you doing it, let me give you single screen, man. I'm giving you single screen. These are Van House thoughts alone.
Look, I'm gonna repeat again. We got 3 defensive linemen: Pascal, Rogers, Josiah, Ripka, Abule, and who's the other one? And I can't remember now. Now I just had 6. What's that?
Gibson.
No, it wasn't Gibson. Somebody else. I can't remember now. If my mind is going, but we got 6, and then he's 7. Now here's the thing, Saunders. Now here's the thing: is he's going to have to play something because it depends. Well, I'm gonna say this: it depends on how well we play. If we get them jokers 3 and out a couple times, maybe not so much. But we got a couple long drives. Then he's gonna have to get a player here and there. He's gonna have to run up. I'm wrong.
I'm in it for a long game, though. I'm not in it for us. I'm in it for a long game, bro. I think it's gonna be a long game. I want us to be up for a long game, bro.
I'm about to say something assholish, but I gotta say it. He might run more getting on and off the field than he's gonna run in the game.
Come on, man. The play you miss is come on, man.
Hold on. I'm on a roll. He gonna do that. The Justin Rogers in game in the first game when he looked like me.
Hey, man.
Do y'all understand? If the ball's on the other hash, and how far a run that is 33 1/3 yards from the far hash to your sideline. Dude, that's a long run. If you got to do that 2 or 3 times a game, that's 100 yards. How many times you run 100 yards in a game?
Next time I'm putting you on single screen, man. I'm not involved in this stuff. Plus, I know the coach. I know his coach.
Oh, and was cracking up.
This all right. So you crazy. You crazy, man. Hey, so before we get down to going further, we jumped past the game and we won. We didn't hand on no accolades or kudos for the games that we did win. I'm gonna throw out some stat lines. You tell me where you impressed or unimpressed, which we do every week. Will Levis, 14, 17 for 145, 3 tubs, 1 sack. C. Rod, 147 on 16. Smoke, 12 on 104 on 12. Will Levis, 11 for 81. Wandale,
right there.
8 for 60, 1 tub. Juton.
No, what? Whoa.
What is it? Juton.
Okay, all right.
1 for 25, 1 tub. Yes, sir. C-Rod, 1 for 3, 1 tub. He had a little punk ass catch, man. Everybody wants to compare back. Hey, everybody, every time a back catch a pass for a touchdown, they want to start comparing them to the pass back. Come on, don't do that. Let me see. Jaquez Jones, 9 tackles, 7 solos. That's pretty. That's sexy. 7 solos out of 9. Square, 5 solos out of the 8. Yo boy, Valentine has 6 solos out of 7. That's cornerback. I ain't seen them type numbers since 90, 95, 90, 96. Kid out of Baton Rouge with the little extra helmet. I ain't seen them type numbers since then. Yusef, he had 7 of them. Jordan Wright. Man, when you keep sneezing, man, you got the corona?
No, I'm laughing.
Yeah, so them numbers, which one of those numbers you feel like?
All of them were great, but let me tell you something. No one realized this. That Will Levis completed his last 6 passes in a row. He was 9 of 10 on the last 10 passes.
Huge.
Dude. Huge. What I'm impressed by is not the running back yards, but like we talked about earlier, the vision has improved. Whatever we want to call it, I don't know, but the ability to understand what the wide zone concept is, that you don't have to go play side all the time. If they washing people across the formation, cut your little ass back. And we did that consistently. Not consistently. We did that when we were supposed to. And Smoke, I knew had the ability, but C-Rod, I'm like, not so sure. Not so sure. He just closes his eyes and run through C-gap sometimes, but not this game. And another thing is he had his like how you ran. You always had your feet under you. So if you had to jump cut, you could jump cut. You weren't leaning too far over where you were just all over your skis. He was balanced and he made some cuts that I have not seen him make since he's been here.
I got too many things going on now. Okay, so Tyrone want to know did Vito play? Vito did play. Yeah. He had a couple tackles. He was
Vito
in
played in Florida too.
Participation, but I want to say 2 things, man. I'm gonna do you a favor for once.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 1 box. I'm gonna ask you this question. I'm going 1 box. I was asked, you can talk in the background. You ain't got to be quiet.
You're gonna make me laugh there. That's why you're doing it. You're gonna make me laugh.
No, I'm not. No, it's not. It's not funny. Okay. But I'm going 1 back because I hate talking about running backs because I don't want somebody to think that dude hating.
Dude, you got to.
Somebody asked,
you the expert. Huh? You got to. You the expert.
I don't know if I'm an expert, but I played a hell of a lot of running backs since I was 6 years old. But somebody asked me, do I think Smoke cuts too much? I had a personal conversation on inbox, so I think Smoke cuts too much. So I want you to chew on that and all on that for a minute while I go on this diatribe. You just chew on that. And do you think Like, should he just do that one cut and go, or do you think he's doing what he do because he's a running back? Here's the thing. Here's one thing. You know, we've been talking about the C-Rod thing, and I know at some point Jatan and Smoke may take over the reins, and I have no problem with C-Rod because everybody wants to keep saying because all of the preseason awards and accolades that C-Rod received that they keep asking me, and I've tried to formulate one thing I can't do is not tell the truth. So if I can't make it pretty enough to spit out, yeah, C-Rod is the best back in the SEC, when I don't know if he's the best back on our team, it's tough for me to regurgitate that to people because that's why I don't do social media because everybody's going to dissect it and twist it, and I'm going to come out as the hater. No, I'm not the hater. And this is the other point I want to get to, man. What you just said, that's the only reason I thought of what you just said. If you are an offensive line, if you 5 guys deep, y'all double team, bam, gaping asshole. Your running back runs through that bitch scot-free, unscathed, untouched. And here comes a 195-pound, even a 205-pound safety or whoever. One-on-one, SEC. You got Green over there. You got Green over there. And you get tackled. Is that acceptable? Those are the 2 questions we have when we come back to 2 screen, which we are about to do immediately. You got everything and you got all your stuff together, right?
Yeah.
I gave you plenty of time.
Yeah. First of all, I'm never going to tell a running back. No, I shouldn't say never. There's too much cutting. But you got to let a running back see what he sees. And I don't think Smoke does who's one of those guys used to chatter in the backfield? Like, I can't remember, I can't think of like old school that da. He ain't that for sure. The most I've seen Smoke cut is twice. Now, what Smoke used to do is bounce to the outside a lot, but I don't know. We ain't got a cutting back. We haven't, dude, since Boone left. C-Rod, Benny was not.
Smoke is close. No, Smoke is closest, I think.
No.
Smoke a jump cut. It ain't that one cut. He not like AJ one cut and let me get downhill. But Smoke a jump around with that thing.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is he ain't dancing in the backfield though. He's not like.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
So
you're right.
I'm trying. Boom was the closest one to me. That was a little bit. Benny was downhill. Like you said, AJ was just smoother, but he was pretty much downhill. And C-Rod is worse than Benny until this year as far as just downhill.
Yeah. So, that's it. One thing, downhill.
Yeah. So I don't think Smoke cuts too much. He bounced on the outside. He used to bounce to the outside too quickly, but that's here and there because he's not doing that as much now. As far as we talked about this more than once. I played safety. The worst thing you want to see is an SEC back come through the second level untouched. The worst thing you want to see is you see him coming through the second level. Like sometimes he might cut and you like, okay, ooh, I'm ready. But you ain't got enough time to think about it. Trust me, man. I can't remember who it was. Ole Miss had a tailback, and I got in late because we was beating Ole Miss. And I can't remember what his name is. That joker got through the second level, and we was in the smack dab in the middle of the field. And, dude, I started freaking out because I'm like, I ain't got time to force him to one side because we hitting each other like this. And that joker had all of this. I'm like, Lord have mercy.
You didn't play against John Avery, did you?
I don't know if that
John Avery
was I think John Avery is a year younger than me, though.
Okay. No, I'm saying that when you said Ole Miss, that's the only joke I remember.
Yeah. No. He wasn't that good. That's what I was about to tell you.
Oh.
He wasn't that good. So the thing that got me is, and I say this to everybody, shoot your shot. Make him slow down or make him have to backtrack or make him do something. So the only thing that got me was I went after him while he was doing this. and he wasn't waiting. He wasn't ready for it. But my mind was like, oh shit, I'm a freshman. I'm getting some playing time, and it all went through my head. I can't miss this tackle because if I miss it, it's probably a touchdown. If I don't touch him, because I'm the last guy. You cannot, as a good back, we always say you gotta make one guy miss. If you got to the first and second level without having to make a guy miss, you still gotta make one guy miss. You got to make one guy miss. That's what the great SEC backs do. And it's happened a lot where, like you said, offensive line got you through the second level. We did a nice combo block. We chipped to the linebacker. We got them sealed. And you get to the second level, and it's you in the middle of the field. Now some of you in the boundary hash, and you really you can't cut back because the safety might cut you off. But dude, when you're in the middle of the field, the only thing that can happen is that backside corner might be able to hawk you down because you had to do this, and that slowed you down a half a step, and the corner's already running. But the guy who's in front of you should not touch you.
If you watch that Vandy game in '99, that's how your boy Jimmy did me. Man, I'm through there. Bam, on the safety. I'm hawking. I'm getting there. Man, I'm talking all of a sudden, I just feel somebody just grab me from the back. When we watch the film, it's funny, that's your boy, your homeboy. When you said that, I said, I can't stand that fucking man. I could have had like 100 yard. And I touched the ball very little. 10 carries a game. I could have had 100 yards in the first quarter had he not pulled me down. And that was a 50-yard run.
Wow.
Jimmy Williams, right?
Yep.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, but that's the thing. That's kind of where I'm starting to really get frustrated. And the only reason I'm bringing it up, because I talked him up in the preseason, but you know as well as I do, if you're a defensive lineman, you take on a double team and you know you done suck the center in and you got a backer loop it, I want, at the very least, I would love you him square in his chest, right? But if you grab him and hold him enough where extra people can get there, it's fine. But if you just completely whiff and he throws a touchdown, that's what your lineman getting you one-on-one with a safety. I'm talking about the third level, not even the second. And you come away with just a tackle, like no extra yard, he touch you, you go down a yard later. And I say that, and this is the reason I say that we're going to move along. I say this because any back could do that. Like, that don't make you special. That's why everybody keeps saying, look at these numbers. But you mean to tell me if that hole is this big and that back gets tackled, so any back you would have put back there would have done that. Now, maybe if you put so-and-so or so-and-so back there, he makes a miss as a touchdown. That's why I'm not satisfied with it. And people act like, when you look at the numbers, that's 200 yards. So that's 175 yards. I can't argue with 175 yards being a lot. But if I'm an offensive lineman and I'm saying I'm paying all five of them pancake, they do. Everybody laying on the ground. And 5 yards in front of you, the running back is laying on the ground. That's not a win. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, this is what I want people to understand. I think people understand this. Since Coach Slar started the Big Blue Wall, it didn't matter who was the running back. It didn't matter if it was Boone. It didn't matter if it was Benny. It didn't matter if it was AJ. Doesn't matter if it's Smoke. Doesn't matter who it is. The people who open the hole, it ain't like we got Barry Sanders back there that just making holes on his own. The holes are there.
Right.
We ain't got someone who is Reggie Bush back there and then get in the hole. We getting into the hole right now. The only way you can get in the hole right now if the line is providing holes for you. So this is why we have said this. This is why I like this show. And I'm biased. Is that we tell it like it is. We said, we both said from day one that C-Rod wasn't the best back in the running back room. I personally, that doesn't mean he can't get drafted and have a good career on the next level. That's not what that means. But I'm gonna tell you one thing: we got two guys, maybe three, because I haven't seen them, but I heard good things about. But let's say we got three guys in that running back room. McLean, Donut, and Lavelle Wright.
Right.
That are explosive. And one thing I can't wait is to get Donut and Jatan in the backfield at the same time. And now what you're going to do as a defense? Because they can both run routes. They both got hands. Now what you're going to do? What you're going to do when you put two backs in the backfield and you're like, okay, I talked about this week. What if you're going to do when you put them two in the backfield, you put Cummings, you put Rigg, and you put Upshaw? And so that's your big package. You're like, oh my God, they about to run down. You split one of them running backs out. He run the backfield, put Cummings on the same side as the running back. Now, there's a mismatch somewhere. And remember, Upshaw can split on the other side as a Z. Now what you gonna do?
Yeah,
like
you're right.
That, and those two backs are explosive. They got an extra that we ain't got on the team right now. Smoke has speed. Smoke has more speed than C-Rob, but Smoke ain't got the He ain't got that in his arsenal. So just imagine you get them two in the backfield. Dude, it's scary. If Cohen stays and gets us to them two, it's scary.
What you mean if he stays?
I mean, here's what I heard, and I can really see it happen. Do you think C-Rod stays another year?
If they call me over there to talk to him, he does. But then again, he's sitting in that room looking around, and you know the end of the year going to dictate, because once your carries start going down, you got sophomores and freshmen, you know, getting a lot of them carries with you. Yeah.
How many yards does he have already? How many yards is he sitting on? You know?
I know he passed me.
No, I'm talking about this shit.
Shit.
He's got 767 yards through 6 games. So let's just say in a couple of them last games, he might get 250 on New Mexico State and Louisville. He got a chance at over 1,500 yards. He don't want to. For me, he don't want to come back, because we said this in the past. You don't want them to have more film on you because you're the same. You ain't changing. You don't need more film on you. You already got enough. He's a running back. It might be time.
Hey, I give single screen on that, man. I ain't responsible, man.
But you know how it is. So for the people who understand, here's the thing. When you are already good and you have reached your ceiling as far as what you can show on film, if you stay another year, people are going to dig into the film even more and start analyzing, start nitpicking. So it's sometimes best for guys to get out before there's more film to analyze. So that's why it's not about he's bad or whatever, but it's just to say, when the getting is getting, you get your ass out of here. And
yeah.
Because I'm gonna be honest, with Jatan coming back with a full spring, a full summer, and a full fall camp, it might be tough to keep him off the field.
If you do, man, you messing with somebody's future. The homie checked in. The homie from Twinsburg Heights checked in, man.
What's up, man?
We're going to get a prediction just because he ain't been on here in a while. We want to keep the fans rocking. You know how we love to show our fans some love. You know, Ann, Tyrone, Carter, Jay, everybody here, man. Louie, the whole group here, Michelle and all them. But we're going to give him a prediction just because he in there. I know. Well, no, he over there. Where you at? He in a different time zone.
He's in Central?
He's in Dallas.
Oh, yeah, he's in Central, yeah.
Yeah. He says, we'll go ahead and give it right now, man, before we get to the film because we're gonna get to the what did I have? I don't want to do you because I've been sure I do think there are opportunities. I don't know who you picked on the LSU game. I know you fell on your face on the Florida game, but I think I was doing 24-17. But I'm gonna say this. If you are a betting man, and I know Van probably will agree, if you are a betting man or woman or individual or them, they, whatever you are,
he, she. Them
he,
they.
she.
He said him they.
Go
She, her.
bet. Put your money on the Cats on that 22. They dropped. Who?
Oh, it's 22 now.
You said 24. You said 24.5. No, I dropped to 22.
Oh, wow.
But for 24 points, dude, how disrespectful. Can it get any more disrespectful, Vane?
That's pretty bad.
24 and a half.
I could understand that before the Arkansas Ole Miss game. But when Arkansas defense gave up 52 points, they gave up a 5-piece, dude. You give up a 5-piece, it ain't shocking. And if you watch that Georgia game with them, dude, they were a shell shock from jump. I'm not shocked that they scored 37 on them. And for Arkansas to only score 51 on Ole Miss, I'm not shocked that they didn't score on Georgia. Ole Miss defense is. I'm not gonna even say what it was going through my mind because that'll get us cut off YouTube. But yeah, dude, that's no, that don't make no sense. Had they not seen our defense?
Nah, Gary out in Dallas. Like I say, he probably, I think he Ohio State fan. He live out in Dallas, man. He don't know no good football.
Of course.
He ain't seen no good football.
Okay, Louis.
I think it's gonna be low. I think my first thought was 24-17. What did I just say? 24-17. That's what I said.
I'm gonna tell you, last week, before the offense made the turn, I had a 27-10 Georgia.
Against us?
No, yeah, against us. Last week, because I knew it was gonna be LSU. So I'm like, man, Georgia, everything I'm hearing, man, and the way our offense played against Florida, and Georgia defense better than Florida, and we were at home. I'm like, yeah, just 20 points, and we handed them. Defense handed them 7. I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm like, Georgia defense way better than Florida. It's gonna be tough on that defense. But now, after they hung 42 on LSU and convincing 42, it wasn't like there was like some luck plays in there or a 50-50 ball and the defense quarterback fail or something crazy. None of that happened. It was convincing 40. It could have been worse. That was a 42 that was solid. I got it 17-14 us because I do not trust Georgia offense at all.
I like that. A little low. I like that though.
If we score 20 points, we win this game going away. If we get over 20 points on offense on the road against the best defense in the nation right now, we score 21 plus. That means the offense is the time of possessions on our side unless the defense gets some pick sixes. Because how are we going to score 21 points? Because we ain't going to hit them fast. That ain't our offense. We're going to hit them with
turn over, hit the quarterback fumble, get us in range. And I think if we lull them to sleep, run this, run that, and run a play action and get that thing there, I think it's a chance, man. But that's why I said we have to be methodical. Don't be push and shove with them. Because somebody, my man Despain said, if you can get up on them, they ain't used to they don't have an offense that's predicated coming from behind. If it's a punt return, kickoff return, pick six, or fumbling good field, if we can get up on them and then just push and shove with them all night, push and shove, just take 3 yards, take 2 yards and punt, take 3 yards, maybe go for a 4th and 1. That's what we got to do. We can't come out. By the same token, they want to get the lead so they can cruise and pin their ears back and whatnot. So that's what our goal. Huh?
I'm gonna say this: the Will needs to stop looking for the play action, looking for the deep overall. You need to look for the intermediate one. Because I'm gonna tell you something: Georgia's is not playing what they used to play. They playing too high safeties. They ain't giving nothing up deep. So you can hit them across the middle all day, but they playing too high man under all day. So take what they give you. Dump it off to the back if you have to. Just give it to the open guy. Stop trying to hit the home run. Because it's there, man.
Does that hurt? Does that make you feel any type of way? Though you just said don't give up the top. They're not giving up the booty. You just told me they ain't giving up the booty.
Nope.
But you asked them to rely on his weakness. That's like asking a young A White to stand there and pick up the blitz. Don't get out on the route.
Hey, he threw when his mechanics and his footwork is on point, he's more accurate.
Well, okay. So you did make a hell of a point. So you don't think his problem is throwing the intermediate route. You think, which does make sense. His problem is preparation for throwing it. Seeing it early and being prepared to throw it.
Because his feet his feet were all over the place, man. Now here's the thing. There are some quarterbacks now who can do that. Their feet don't matter. They can be pointing east and west and they throwing north. It don't matter where Aaron Rodgers, Patty Mahomes, it don't matter where their feet are. But the majority of us as quarterbacks gotta have good mechanics. Peyton Manning cannot throw anywhere without good mechanics. Because his arm is pop going. His arm ever since high school was not very good. So that means his mechanics got to be great.
All right, man. We got about 15 minutes, man. Well, yeah, we're gonna do about. You got something you want to show the people, man?
Yeah, man. Let's.
I know you got something queued up, man.
I want to just get this is running back plays. I want to get your input because I really think these MFers are starting to get it. So give me a second.
Hey, with all due respect, don't be calling running back to MFers, man. You call them whatever you want, man.
Well,
don't.
Okay, all right. I apologize. That's my bad.
All right. So let's see. And we gonna come on to the locker room, to the film room.
Now this is C-Rod. I haven't seen that. Dude, have you seen C-Rod do that?
Nah.
Right?
Nah.
And then hit it full speed, dude. That when I saw that, I'm like, okay. Now, he a couple games ago ran right here. He went head first in there, then he had to bounce. I think that was like a 3rd and 2 play, and we didn't get it because he went right into his lineman. Not today, though. Not, dude.
Yeah,
and you look good doing it. Look how his feet.
Because he didn't have no choice though. It was Lottie Dottie over there. Lottie Dottie and everybody.
You say he had no choice, but he had no choice a couple weeks ago, and he still ran up in there. When I saw this, man, I'm like, okay, that's just a one-off. Like, that just once. Like, is this gonna be a repeat? And then he hit it. Now that's
that arm. I like to see you put your palm in his chest.
See, this is what we're talking about, y'all.
This next look right there. Pull that arm out and just pop.
C-Rod is a head guy. See how he is a head runner. There's another play going to the end zone where someone tried to come up with him, and he pound him and bounce him 2 yards back, C-Rod's not a stiff armor. He's a head knocker. He wants to do that. He wants to hit you in the head. That's his deal right there. So
you remember that long run on Seattle Seahawks that beast mode had? He bounced off this, and at the end, the dude ran up and just pushed him on his chest. Yeah. That exactly what that looked like. Just push him in his chest, push him off of you, and maybe Settles to get him to that. Or here's one thing, man. Maybe Settles realize that's not a tool he deserves. You play DB, certain things you can ask the DB to do. Yeah. You could sit on something. You were comfortable sitting on something.
Yep.
Some people can't sit on shit. You got a T Woods who comfortable. I ain't sitting on nothing because my recovery game's so cold.
Right. Facts. No, that's true. That no doubt. Because there's some DBs who's not comfortable with a receiver getting up on them. I'm totally comfortable because I know if I get my hands on you, I'm going to reroute you. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. Now here's the second one. And this is, now I know this is a call play, right? But how many times have we seen C-Rod get in here though and get bounced out and get slowed down? It's just something. It's something about his footwork that has gotten so much better. And this is why I'm wondering if it's settled, right? Or is it just them getting more reps? It's not. Smoke does the same thing. And we know Smoke
they could have moved him back. They may have moved him back some yardage. If you next time, if you decide to go back, see where their feet are. A lot of times they either tell you to be slower on your approach, but no, he look like he's still a 7.
No, he's still. You know what?
Yeah,
Anthony, he is slower. I think you hit it. Both of them were a little slower in because normally if I go back to C-Rod, he is sprinting to the hole.
Because look, he got the ball now. He 5 yards from line of scrimmage. That's plenty of time for you to see what's up.
Right.
And that, one thing about it, here's a coaching point, that if you're a coach and you coaching all your backs the same, all your back, like we just talked about, don't have the same instinct. A lot of different people may be able to make a decision within 1 or 2, 3 yards. Mm-hmm. But 5 yards, if you can't make a decision within 5 yards of the that's what the coach holding the dummy and he going left or right. And you make a decision. If you can't make a decision within 5 yards, then you don't need to be in the backfield in Division I college football, but definitely not in the SEC football. So that might have been what he wanted to do, get the ball where he got 5 yards of vision. Hey man, you might have figured something out. Maybe that's why them dudes ain't been seeing the holes. They've been too fast to the hole, and there's only 3 yards, and they got to make a decision, and they may not have been able to do that.
No, and here's the thing: when we say slow to the hole, that's not your pedestrian slow to the hole. That is probably most people full speed.
Right. Patient. It's patient. Maybe slow ain't the right word. Patient.
Right. Right. Because no, it's not slow. It's I don't even want to. How would you a throttle down? Maybe you're 80% of your full speed. Because I'm gonna just say this, people. Here's something that people don't understand. Anthony, how many times have you gone full speed in a game? Like you're full out.
So when I'm in open field. And that's about
so
it. That's what I get open field, not until that point.
Right. So that's 20% of the time. So people don't understand.
Right.
Even as a receiver, receivers are not getting off the line of scrimmage at their full speed because you can't cut at 100% speed. So no one is. It's kind of bad to say this, but no one is ever going 100% like of their 100% speed. It only happens rarely. I mean, it might happen 2 or 3 times a game. As a running back or receiver. That's just how it is because you have to have your feet under you. When you're out of control, 100%, you're a little bit out of control. So you got to be under control, your feet under you. So I would say Smoke is probably going 75, 80% of his full speed. So it's kind of when I say how I was taught is slow into the hole, fast out. So you might be 75% in the hole, and then you're going 85, 90 out. Now you hit the home run, now you get into 100. So
you still talking about football, right? We say fast in the
yeah.
hole, slow in the hole, fast out. But I know Ann gonna say some slick shit. I just want to make sure she knows we still talking about football.
Still talking about football. But we know that Smoke loves to do this. He sees a guy out here blocking. He probably last year would have tried to do that, and then my man Damon Clark would have came and just tattoo him right here.
Right,
but
right.
This time, he did the same thing that C-Rod did and got up in that hole. That's what's exciting to me. And watch this one, man. This is not C-Rod. Saw that jump cut? Have you seen him jump cut like that yet? Then he can't strip.
That was instinct. Yeah, that was pure instinct, man. That was pure instinct.
So, look, the reason why I'm saying this for this game is with Jordan Davis, and it's great that you talked about it earlier. That's our last play, and great that we talked about that earlier. About Jordan Davis going sideline to sideline, right? Well, Jordan Davis is going to go sideline to sideline. That damn cutback is going to be there all day.
Yeah.
We haven't shown the ability to cut back to me until this week. So that's why I'm a little giddy, because Georgia's speed, sideline to sideline. I think we can get them overrunning on some plays.
Hold on. Wait a minute. I knew I was going to kick him off when I did that. I don't know how to take the video off. So he's right. We got to get him sideline to sideline. I think you wear him out. Second half, it's like you done went through a long practice. You done ran gassers the first 30 minutes of the game time. But I just think we got to be patient and do what's best for us. So every time I try to turn that little screen off, it takes the whole thing off. But but you're right. That's what I think we got to do. And I hate to think I'm smarter than the coaches, but that's what we get. First of all, we got to be patient. We got to wear that defense down and just know at the end of the game we want to be in striking distance. But we can't come out and give them too much damn respect where we don't feel like we should be out here with y'all. Off turnovers, you think we take a shot?
Oh yeah.
Or you think we just play the whole game protected? Or
no. See, Georgia offense isn't that's. If we were playing Ole Miss, you might not take a shot because then they might come right back down your throat, and it might be 14-0 before you even blink.
Right.
Georgia got a damn turnover against Auburn on inside the 30-yard line going in, and only got a field goal.
Wow. Yeah.
So Georgia offense isn't scary. So it depends on where we get the turnover. If we get the turnover in the green zone between the 40s, hell yeah, we take a shot. Now we get turnover when they trying to march in, then maybe you try to get a first down or two to flip the field position.
Who's starting the quarterback? Stetson Bennett the third?
I can't see how they start JT Daniels. I said at the beginning of the season, I don't see why all these people. I'm gonna talk about this real quick. All these people is talking about Bazelak in Missouri is gonna kill it. Oh, they're gonna be up. I told y'all, this is Drink's second season. We got film on his ass now, and everybody's talking about Georgia. I'm like, I don't have faith in JT Daniels.
Wait a minute, Bazelak did his thing though. As far as managing the game, absorbing the pressure.
Bazelak had a good game against us, but
yeah.
And we
I
gave
like Bazelak. I say it because I like Bazelak. Battle axe.
Bazelak is and it wasn't more on Bazelak, it was more to me on Drink. I'm like, he's got too much film on him now. The game is going to change. Now, how is he going to adapt next year? Is to me, is he a good coach? Because now they figure you out. Now you got film on them now. Now y'all both got film on each other on how they trying to attack your scheme. Now it's time for you to show up next year.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. I don't know why we still talking about film room. What was my last point before you went on that? I had another point to bring up.
Was it about C-Rod, the running backs?
Oh, yeah, it was kind of about that when you was talking about. I've never seen it done that. I don't know if I'm gonna take the liberty of going back and watching film, but if you watch Van's breakdowns or you just want to do it yourself, Van did bring up a valid ass point that all this stuff you notice in it, everything you're saying, I don't know this for a fact, but everything you're saying, you're asking about the running backs, new vision, this, that, and the other, all correlates to either being moved further back or being told to slow down on their approach. So when you say, damn, he got to jump. No, you can't jump cut when you parallel with the people. Now, Marshall Faulk, there's some people, Ezra James, there's some people who can do that.
Them all-time greats, man.
Huh?
Them all-time, them freaks, man. Now, you can't compare them. You got to go down a level or two.
Oh, no, that's what I'm saying. So they might have been asked to do or trying to do something that only very few could do. Yeah. So you got a hell of a point that maybe that's where it's they may have I might have to ask Coach Stu after the game. Tell him we're gonna have Settles on here. Settles still new. He ain't too big not to come on the locker. Man, Settles, come on, man. Settles, holla at your boy. Stu, tell Settles. No, we can't have him on. Yeah, we can. We got him on next week. I know. Because I'm sending, soon as we get off, I'm sending Mike Leach. Hey, man, I need you on next week.
I don't know if they got a bye week, though, bro.
No, I don't want them on next week, but I want to talk. I don't care if it's next week or the week of the game. Maybe we have them on the game week, and you can't be telling all our secrets. Okay. And if we do have them on, I might try and get them on for 5 minutes just so you can say something and boost our ratings up even higher. Because like I said, I get all the emails and stuff. And people want sponsorship, they want to be on the show. I don't allow them to do it. So.
So are you HR?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Because
no.
Okay, all right. Because you talking like you HR, and I need to get with HR. So all right, ain't you then? All right.
No,
I got you.
No, not me.
Okay.
No, Rodney Smalls. No, man, I'm gonna take her out of that. Cleophas' little brother.
Oh yeah. Okay.
No, that wasn't me. No.
All right.
I'll see if I can't find the email. I usually just get the mail out of the mailbox, but I'll see if I can't find their contact information for you.
I thought it was HR at the locker
talk at Gmail. It is HR at lockertalk.com. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Send it there. Yeah, send your grievances there.
All right.
Yeah. And I'll send a CC me on it so I can see what's going on just in case they don't take care of you. Then I can step in.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. Cool. Well, hey, you all right?
Yeah, no, man. I ran out of drinks, man. My water. You see him drinking throughout the show, man. Where all my drinks and stuff going? All right. So that's gonna be it, man. Thanks for joining us on the Thursday. I see we got a lot of people migrated over to YouTube. That's a good deal. We appreciate it. I don't know if you have dates and times for when you do your breakdowns or it's just impromptu.
No, I got hope. Everybody, since y'all on YouTube and you watching us and y'all enjoying it, go hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. If you don't like some, hit that comment button. If you really like it, share it. Share it to your friends, to your neighbor, to everybody on the interweb. Share it to everybody. And yes, I'm Monday and Tuesday. 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I think I said last week why I do that, because that's my lunch break, because all my clients on the West Coast, so that's their lunch break. So I get that hour 15 minutes in, Monday and Tuesdays after the game. And I'm on YouTube. Driving with Style.
And we have podcasts up. He has podcasts up as well. I say this. I don't know how many kudos you and I deserve, but I had 15 people. Well, might have been more than 15. There's a lot of people text message and calling me. They have went and listened to the Tony Franklin podcast on The Locker. He also has his own podcast. But there's a lot of former guys in town, and they didn't know how Hal Mumme became our coach. Listen, if you do not know how Hal Mumme became our coach, go watch The Locker or listen to The Locker podcast. You can also find it on YouTube, but we're on iHeart, we're on Pandora, we're on any streaming services. I can't remember which. I think it's like 30 something, maybe 35 or 36 episode 35 or 36. Tony Franklin podcast. It tells you how Hal Mumme, and you will never, your mind will never be the same. If you're a UK fan, your mind will never be the same.
I'm still blown. Hold on. Let's stay on a second. Let me find it for you. It is.
Everybody was
Hold on. No, I went past it.
I did show it. I did share it in.
Episode 46.
I'm way off. Go check out episode 46 if you want to know how
season 2. Hold on, season 2, episode 46.
Season 2, episode 46. Absolutely right. You can find it on. No, it's not on Instagram. You can find it on YouTube, Facebook. I don't know if it's archived on Twitter anywhere. But you probably, if you can watch it at home, or if you want to watch it, it's on YouTube. Probably your best bet is YouTube or Facebook. Yeah. But if you want to listen to it, man, anywhere, iHeart, Pandora, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get it at, go check it out, man. And go over to like, subscribe, share, do all that stuff. We'll be back next week. Tell your friends to follow us. I'm not gonna make a follow announcement. Tell your friends to follow us. I don't know which one of us are in control of the Locker Twitter account. So if you're not getting followed back by the Locker Twitter account, I don't know who to blame.
Yeah, that's HR.
But we don't even know who HR is.
Yeah.
But we do appreciate you for following, and we will give you a shout out whether we follow you or not. And I don't know if Van got anything else. Otherwise,
we're gonna be a JJ Weed.
yeah.